Good evening, my fellow Republicans. I just want to thank John Stillman for introducing me to this wonderful organization, and thank you Bob Cowell for everything that you do. And I stand here for you today to explain why I, Justin Markowitz, am a Republican of the United States of America. I'm 17 years old and I'm currently attending Temecula Valley High School as a senior. I was just accepted to Cal State Northridge, where I will be majoring in music media composition. As my ultimate goal is to perform and compose music for movies. I recently joined the Teenage Republicans Club at the beginning of this year. When I signed up at the table, I realized that no one had written their names down yet. I thought, man, this school is liberal. I joined the club because I knew that I was a Republican and I couldn't find anyone to talk to about national or international affairs. And I soon learned that there was a Teenage Democrats Club as well, and there was going to be a debate. I love to debate, and I wanted to help represent the Teenage Republicans Club as well as possible. The debate went relatively well. I think the problem during the debate was that the man running it was extremely liberal and did not give us a fair chance at all of debating. He gave the last say to the Democrats at almost every question. But regardless, it was a lot of fun to stand up in front of a lot of students, and most of whom I know, and tell them what I really thought about President Obama and his antics. It was funny to see the reaction on everyone's face as the debate went on, and listen to the constant applause just for the name Obama being mentioned. I was able to pick up valuable information about my school. As the day went on, they were mostly Democrats, so they just simply loved Obama for one reason or the other. The kids in the stands knew nothing about what he wanted to do for our country or what the reparations of his ideas would be. But I think that during the debate, we told them. I have really enjoyed my time with the Teenage Republicans this year. The Republican platform is something I adhere to in my everyday life. As a conservative, I save my money and go buy Republican ideas. It's just been something that I do. I was not told to be a Republican by my parents, but it didn't hurt to have Republican parents. I believe that a central government, smaller than ours, is strong enough to secure life, liberty, and justice. I do not believe that this government should have its sticky fingers in everything that we do. A great philosopher by the name of Jean-Jacques Rousseau once said, "Man is born free, yet everywhere he is in chains." Hopefully, one day, we as a people can change that. The more laws that the government sticks on us, the less freedom that we have. I'm a Republican so that my vote and everyone else's vote will help our cause and not diminish our freedoms. It's scary thing to think that we live in a world today where the President of the United States is border socialist. When there become more and more laws telling us what not to do, we lose more and more freedoms. This is America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. The topic that I debated on during our school debates was taxes. Everyone knows that unless you love to give your paycheck to the government, that you do not like to pay taxes. Sadly, everyone has to. During the debate, I was able to get one of the only reactions from the crowd after telling them that Obama wants to raise taxes and tax unfairly to people who make more money. I told them that spreading the wealth was a socialist idea, and that is what our president wanted and still wants to do. It was comical to hear a big ooh from the crowd after the Democrats were confronted. I believe that all legal citizens in the United States have unalienable rights that cannot be taken from them. Is it fair to let any illegal immigrant have those same rights that we fought so hard for? Every legal citizen pays taxes, pays for their health care, and at least tries to pay back their credit cards. Illegal immigrants, for the most part, do not pay any of these and get the same benefits that we get. Doesn't the word illegal strike you? If you do something illegal, it's usually not very good. On the other hand, legal immigration is great. It helps our economy, and it promotes freedom in America that most countries do not have. When immigrants come to America, they are complementing our country and our way of life because they are sacrificing so much to travel and live here. I believe that education is the most important part, should be the most important point on the government's agenda. Without it, this country would not advance far in all sectors, and there would be more unemployed and more homeless on the streets. There's a big fault in our education, and nothing is being done to help fix it. In fact, money is being pulled away from it. In times like these, education should be #1 priority so that this economic collapse will never happen again. Although history tends to repeat itself, we will have a better understanding later if it does happen. We obviously didn't learn the first time. While President Roosevelt's New Deal programs helped alleviate some of the problems in the economy, it did not stop the economic downturn of the Great Depression. Former President Bush and now President Obama are doing the exact same thing as 80 years ago, throwing money at the problem, hoping it will fix it. It's like trying to put out a fire by throwing wood at it. I believe that every United States citizen should have the right to bear arms. Simple, easy laws can be established to help prevent a gun landing into the wrong hands. I believe that the country would be safer because the robber or murderer would know that you have a gun too. The right to provide for a common defense is stated in our Constitution. Aren't robberies and thieves more common than a war breaking out in the United States? The reason I'm a Republican is so that one day my vote will help make a difference in changing America and pointing it in the right direction. Freedom of speech is the most important freedom that we have in the United States. I find it ludicrous that Obama wants to restrict conservative talk radio, once again taking away our rights of free speech. I want to thank you all for listening to what I have to say tonight. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.